Episode 6. How about you don't control your decisions? Think about the last important decision you made. Maybe it was choosing your career, saying yes to a relationship, buying your first car, or simply deciding to watch this video. It probably felt like your choice. But here's the unsettling part. What if your brain had already made that decision before you even knew about it? Not minutes before, not seconds before, but milliseconds, before the feeling of "I decided" ever entered your mind. So here's the mystery. Are you making your decisions or merely becoming aware of them? Every day, you make around 35,000 decisions. Most of them happen so naturally you never even notice. You decide where to look, when to blink, which word to say next, which route to take home, whether to trust someone, whether to smile or stay silent. It feels effortless, almost magical, because your conscious mind only experiences the final moment, the moment you feel you've made a choice. But behind that moment, an invisible process has already begun. Your brain is constantly collecting information, comparing it with past experiences, predicting outcomes, calculating risks, searching memories, reading emotions. Long before you're aware of any of it, imagine watching a magic show. The magician reveals the rabbit, the audience applauds, but nobody sees everything that happened behind the curtain. Your conscious decision may simply be the rabbit. The real work happened backstage. The question is, who or what is working behind the curtain? In the early 1980s, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet asked volunteers to perform an incredibly simple task. Whenever they felt like it, move a finger. Nothing complicated, no difficult choices, just move whenever you want. At the same time, electrodes recorded their brain activity. Participants also watched a fast-moving clock so they could report the exact moment they felt the decision to move. Everyone expected the same sequence. First, I decide. Then, my brain sends the signal. Then, my finger moves. But that's not what happened. The brain showed activity hundreds of milliseconds before people reported consciously deciding. In other words, the brain seemed to prepare the action before the conscious mind knew about it. The discovery shocked neuroscientists. Had free will just been disproven? Not exactly, because decades later, scientists are still debating what Libet's experiment really means. Some believe the subconscious begins preparing actions, while consciousness still has the power to stop them. Others think conscious choice plays a larger role than the experiment suggests. But everyone agrees on one astonishing fact. Your brain starts working long before you realize it. Now think about your morning. Did you consciously calculate how hard your heart should beat? Did you decide how quickly to breathe, how much saliva to produce, which muscles should keep you balanced while walking? Of course not. Your brain handled all of it, without asking, without interrupting, without needing permission. Now imagine if every tiny action required conscious thought. You'd spend 20 minutes deciding which foot should move first. The subconscious exists because conscious thinking is simply too slow. So evolution built something extraordinary, a system that makes thousands of decisions every second before your conscious mind even joins the conversation. It predicts, filters, adjusts, corrects, optimizes. Most of the time, it gets things right, which is why you rarely notice it. The greatest technology your brain ever developed is making incredible complexity feel effortless. Have you ever walked into a supermarket planning to buy only one thing, then left with a basket full of items? Why? Were those all conscious decisions? Or did something influence them long before you noticed? Researchers in psychology have shown that our decisions can be affected by factors we're barely aware of. The music playing in a store, the lighting, the order in which products are displayed, the first number we see before estimating a price. even our mood. None of these completely control us, but they can quietly influence us. Your brain is constantly combining emotion, memory, experience, context, and expectation, then presenting you with what feels like a single decision. You don't experience thousands of invisible calculations. You experience, "I've made up my mind." It's like watching the final score of a football match without seeing the 90 minutes that came before. The conclusion feels immediate. The process was anything but. This is where science meets philosophy. If your subconscious prepares actions, does free will exist? The honest answer is, nobody knows. Some neuroscientists argue that consciousness is more like an editor than an author. Others believe conscious thought can still guide, override, or reshape subconscious impulses. One influential idea is that consciousness may not always start an action, but it can stop one. Imagine feeling the urge to shout at someone. Your subconscious creates the impulse. Your conscious mind says, no. That single moment changes everything. Perhaps free will isn't about creating every thought. Perhaps it's about choosing which thoughts deserve action. That possibility keeps the debate alive, and it reminds us of something deeply human. Not every mystery has a final answer. Some mysteries become more fascinating the more we understand them. Maybe we've misunderstood consciousness itself. Perhaps your conscious mind isn't the CEO of your brain. Perhaps it's the spokesperson, the part that explains decisions, after millions of unconscious calculations have already taken place. That doesn't make you powerless. It makes you something far more remarkable, a partnership between conscious awareness and an astonishing subconscious system, working together every moment of your life. The mystery isn't that your subconscious influences decisions. The mystery is how seamlessly it hides its own existence. Right now, even as you listen to these words, your brain is predicting the next sentence, filtering background sounds, adjusting your posture, recognizing language, reading emotion from a human voice, all before you consciously notice any of it. Maybe consciousness isn't the beginning of every decision. Maybe it's the moment you finally become aware of a conversation your brain has already been having with itself. And perhaps that's what makes being human so extraordinary. Not that we know everything our minds are doing, but that we continue asking, how? But here's an even stranger thought. If your brain quietly shapes your decisions, what happens to your memories? Do they remain exactly as they happened, like videos stored forever? Or does your brain rewrite them every single time you remember them? That's the mystery we'll uncover in the next episode of How About How? How about your brain rewrites your memories?